Good afternoon, everyone. We are here today at the campus of the University Tunku Abdul Rahman in Kampar, Malaysia. I am Professor Cheah. I am a staff here at the University Tunku Abdul Rahman campus. And with me today is Police Senior Lieutenant Colonel Nguyen Huu Ngoc, who is the Director of Plans and Programs at the Chiefs of ASEAN National Police, or ASEANAPOL. So today we are here to speak to him about his role and ASEANAPOL's role in the region.
Very good afternoon, Professor Dr. Cheah. And first of all, it is my great pleasure to be here today representing the ASEANAPOL Secretariat. We very impressed with the UTAR's event this morning. And I'm very happy to be invited on this interview session, sharing with the communities worldwide what is ASEANAPOL is about and our priorities in the future. For ASEANAPOL, this year is very good timing, as you mentioned, that Malaysia is hosting a series of important events at the chairman of the ASEAN Summit. Since beginning of the years, we were able to attend a number of events, including the International Securities Asia for the world. Sorry, maybe ISE 2025, and we are able to meet with the very high ranked officials coming from not only member country of ASEAN, but also from the other part of the world, where we could share the strategic plan for enhancing the peace and security in Southeast Asia. And we also able to contact with the other stakeholder partner who can join hand with ASEANAPOL to ensure the police cooperations in Southeast Asia event. And it's totally right that you mentioned that ASEANAPOL was headquarters in Kuala Lumpur, and we have our capable staff also seconded from the Royal Malaysia Police that's supporting our daily activities in coordinating the police force of the 10-member country in Southeast Asia.
So can you share with us what are the more specific initiatives that ASEANAPOL has done in support of the regional safety?
As of now, ASEANAPOL Secretariat was established in 2010. We are 15 years old now. Our priority is to assist the chief of police of the 10-member country of ASEAN to identify the crime situation in Southeast Asia. We also aim to identify the emerging threats of the transnational organized crime, as well as to focus on the operational activities that are connecting the police of 10-member country. I would say that two of the most important initiatives from the ASEANAPOL Secretariat is to plan for joint actions, not only between the police force of the 10-member country, but also engaging with international organization, other regional police organization, non-governmental organization, as well as a like-minded entity, to eliminate the scam call centers that link to traffic in person and forced criminality. The second plan of action that we are to protect the vulnerable community. We are collaborating with the Korean National Police Agency to implement the INARI project, focusing on the stop of circulation of child sexual abuse materials over the internet. Uh, of course, we are also coordinating others core crime area, including counter-terrorism, counter illicit traffic of drug, and wildlife crime.
Well, that's a very big, broad scope to cover for ASEANAPOL. So when you have brought with you extensive experience, you're a senior police officer in Vietnam. So can you tell us, as a director of planning and program, how have you brought, how has your experience in Vietnam helped you in this role or in your leadership role?
Actually, for ASEANAPOL, our perspective is to bring the tool and services to the frontline police officers working on the grounds. We maintain different platform, including the joint senior police officer courses. We also organize the annual sidelight event aside from the ASEANAPOL conference, including the forensic science network meetings, including the training cooperation meetings, and including the contact officer meeting. So all of these activity is to provide the law enforcement of the member country with the equitable access to all the resources, exchange the good practice, and also to enhance the capacity building and training to the law enforcement beyond the police force.
Um, it is a very broad scope of work, and I can see that it's also very challenging to cover such a broad scope. And each one category of crime requires very focused attention. So, can I ask you, what leadership challenges do you have managing a regional policing platform like ASEANAPOL?
As an regional police organizations, we do face some obstacles and challenges. One of the challenges is we have the different legislation. We have the some police forces. They are not really willing to share sufficient information. That's why at ASEANAPOL, in the previous 2 years, we have developed a new structured data collection format that we disseminate to all member countries to collect the information on the crime situation of each country. Based on that data collection, we paint the big pictures of the situation in Southeast Asia. And also, we identify the gap between the law enforcement and ASEANAPOL Secretariat as a permanent secretariat representing the 10 chief of ASEAN National Police. We do our best to fill the gap between the law enforcement.
So, can you share with us what is the most rewarding part of your work in ASEANAPOL?
We have very good teamwork at the ASEANAPOL. We have a great network of contact person. And recently, with the endorsement from the chief of the 10 ASEAN police forces, we managed to expand our network, our point of contact. So far, we have the point of contact for each of 10 core crime areas. Let's say we have the contact person for illicit drug trafficking. We have contact person for arms smuggling. We have contact person for wildlife crime and so on. So this is proof that the network is moving towards the operational capabilities. Our aim is to make ASEANAPOL to be more relevant, to be more operational, which we are working on the different areas, including the mutual assistance on the criminal matters, promoting the police-to-police cooperation, establish and development of the ASEANAPOL technical database system, and share that criminal database to law enforcement in 10 countries and beyond.
So you rightly mentioned that ASEANAPOL is actually has 10 members or is formed by these police forces in 10 member countries. Now, is there anything unique in this region which we can share with our audience in regions outside of ASEAN? What are the unique security challenges in this region?
As you are already aware, according to the official recognition, current for the time being, the 10 chief of ASEAN nation uh, set the priority on the 10 different core crime areas, as I mentioned. And according to the data collection, according to the analytical report that we do at the Secretariat, we identify and heighten the focus on some specific core crime area, including uh, illicit drug trafficking, trafficking in person.
So you mentioned about data collection and how data collection has helped ASEANAPOL identify the 10 areas that needs focus. So how has this guided ASEANAPOL's initiatives in shaping policies and strategies?
Yeah, thank you for that very interesting question. Actually, based on the data collection in the previous 2 years, we managed to identify that very emerging threats to our region, especially the threats of the scam centers that operating across a number of ASEAN countries, um, and it's involved seriously to the trafficking person and forced criminalities. Um, we have the statistic of the international arrival to Southeast Asia every year, and estimated we anticipate by in the next 5 years, ASEAN will welcome about 200 million international arrival visitor coming to ASEAN. And among those 200 millions, there's a lot of a huge number of the victim of the trafficking persons. Uh, According to the different sources from the UNODC, from the Global Initiative on Transnational Organized Crimes, the number of the victim of trafficking persons reaching to a few hundred thousands. And a lot of them were forced to commit crime uh, in the scam centers. And that's why in our plan of action we heighten the focus on that specific crime area, focusing on five core activities, including um, uh, including the assessment of the threats, study on the different operational model of the National Anti-Scam Center, and based on that analytical report, we make our proposal to the chief of police of the member country um, that having no national anti-scam centers established yet. For example, recently we make a request to Singapore Police Force, Malaysia Police Force, and Thailand Royal Thai Police to nominate an expert to present about the National Anti-Scam Center that being established in their country. And based on that good practice, we propose a joint study visit to those anti-scam centers that being established in the country, and we make the analytical report submitted to the chief of police to with the proposal and recommendation from ASEANAPOL Secretariat for establishing of the National Anti-Scam Center in the rest of the 7 countries. And also we do our recommendation to the chief of police for the development of the database on the victim of trafficking persons. We share the database on the Semak Moon account, Money Moon account, first to all 10 member countries of ASEAN, and later on we can expand the connection to the rest of the world. The number 3 resolution, we set the priorities in capacity building and training. We do the training need assessment, and based on that, we cooperate with our dialogue partners and observers to design the courses that tailor-made to the need of the frontline police officers. For example, we are studying on the course on the tracking the cryptocurrency, identify the illicit transaction, and also we look into the perspective of money laundering, stolen asset recovery. The 4th activities that focusing on the eliminating of the scam call center is we will conduct a joint operation with our partners, for example, with Interpol, with regional office at the Bali process, on tackling the scam call center that link to the trafficking in person and forced criminality. And we also plan to promote the other tools and services that helping to recover the stolen assets. For example, we are promoting the Interpol's iGrip initiative for stolen asset recovery, and we also promote the symbol notice that help to locate and freeze the asset of the criminal once encountered. And one of the perspective that we found that we need to put more effort on is community policing. So it's very good experience for ASEANAPOL to join hand with University of Tunku Abdul Rahman in this morning session. We try to spread the message from the community to the law enforcement and beyond the ASEAN region. And we will focus more on the compelling message raised by the vulnerable community from the undergraduate student, for example, to the world, just to alert that people have to think before click.
Okay. So this brings us to the topic of community policing, but I will reserve that for later. I actually wanted to also ask you from our conversation earlier that you mentioned about AI. This would interest a lot of practitioners, police forces, police administrators as well. What is your view on the use of AI by scammers and by, police officers or police agencies?
That come aligned with our recent survey that we conducted a few months ago. We disseminated a survey to law enforcement of the 10 countries for the implementation of the AI in law enforcement. And surprisingly, that out of the 10 countries, we received 8 responses, and there's only 2 countries that are currently implementing the AIs at a very low level. So comparing to what actually is implemented by the criminal, you see easily finds the deepfake videos and audios everywhere on the social media. Um, and why the criminal is using AI widely in their scam activities. They can do the transactions using the cryptocurrency to avoid being traceable, and they also use dark web for illicit activity like contraband tradings and everything on the dark web to be invisible and untraceable. That the gap that we identify, and that also comes to the resolution that we propose to the chief of police to promote the use of AI more intensively in the law enforcement community.
Okay. So moving on to our final topic is on community policing. Now, looking forward, the United Nations is preparing to observe the International Year of Volunteers for Sustainable Development in 2026 next year. So, to what extent do you see is there potential for expanding community-based policing models in this region?
Um, it come very timing for ASEANAPOL. We are doing our reviews on the 10 core crime areas because as you know that the 10 core crime areas that we are focusing on is already there for quite some time, for over 10 years. So we see that the development of the crime, different crime situation, the new modus operandi of the criminal, especially organized crimes. So we already set up a working group, uh, consists of the contact persons of the 10 country, consists of the expert on the global policing operational model, and we are revising our core crime areas. We make sure we do the mapping with the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goal. We make sure that on our mandate will be aligned with the that Sustainable Development Goal, and also align with Interpol global policing goal to make sure that our regional perspective will be when aligned with international requirement and standard. And our initiative is also based on the global policing architecture. So we are currently work closely with others regional organizations, police organizations, including the Ameripol in South America, Afripol in Africa, Europol in Europe, together with others organizations, UNODC, CARICOM Impact, Frontex, and so on, and Interpol. Um, with the perspective to synergize the efforts and maximize on the resources available for the police force worldwide. And we focusing on the emerging threats that are facing by each and every region.
Thank you so much, Seng Wen. That is very enlightening, and it is also very insightful. Do you have, before we end, is there anything else you would like to say?
To me personally, it's really good experience, and I found that through the engagement in the session that we have in the morning, uh, we as a regional law enforcement, we cannot tackle on the crime threats alone, and we will be continuing promoting the collaborations with the other regional police organization, with the law enforcement, but also we've been set as priority with the community-based policing. And we hope that in the future we have more sessions engaged with the private sectors and including with the university to spreading the message of young people, also consider vulnerable people for job seekers in the future.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Nguyen. We really appreciate your making the time and traveling to Kampa from your office in Kuala Lumpur. It's about 3 hours away. So, and thank you for being here and speaking to us, and speaking to the Policing TV audience as well. So we hope that we wish you all the best, and we wish ASEANAPOL all the best in your efforts and initiatives.
Thank you very much again, Professor Cheah, for kind invitation and for engagement in this interview.